Welcome to GRE Mnemonics video number 77, a quick review of video number 76. A man stood on a deck to decorate the halls. The lady of the house reports her face rub replaced by an eraser. An investigator gets to know the news and starts to deduce from the evidence. Trails lead to a bed lamp in an institution where care was given to mentally ill people. The institution was terrible in condition. The investigator's tobacco chews effectively removed two issues, one of the midges in the hospital and the other of his tobacco addiction. Let's learn and understand today's set of GRE words. Insinuate. Hint, suggest, introduce by subtle and artful means. Clue, a light moving around hinted that someone is in an invisibility cloak in in-sin-yoo. Visualize, someone with influence sneaked inside a secret facility of invisibility study at Shield Island National University and ate all the food. University professors have hinted towards an inside job, and the person could have a sinus condition. If you say things seem to go wrong about the time your brother took over, you insinuate that he had something to do with the decline. Insinuate means you imply or suggest something that may or may not be true. There's another way to insinuate. Suppose you are in line to get into a popular dance club when a celebrity appears, surrounded by a big entourage. If you strike up a conversation with one of the entourage, you may be able to insinuate that you are part of the group and go in with them. Don't feel bad. People have been doing it at least since the 1520s, when insinuate evolved from the Latin word insular, meaning wind one's way into. Insular, of isolated people, especially having a narrow viewpoint. Clue, island away from a peninsula. Visualize, the research facility was far away from the peninsula or the mainland on an island. Insular people who have never left their small town believe that every place in the world is the same and the people are all just like them. Insular means having a narrow viewpoint of the world. Like the adjective insular comes from the Latin word insula, which means island. Perhaps less so in our current age of technological and relatively easy travel. Island life can still be separated from the rest. That's why insular can mean isolated from. Like if you grew up in a big city, then visited a rural place, you may be surprised that stores close early. Such an experience will help you expand your insular views. Effeminacy, womanishness. Clue, a man in a woman's dress crossed the sea. Visualize, it was presumed the intruder was a man and dressed as feminine and had crossed the sea. While the charge of effeminacy had been leveled at adult men for centuries, the label was applied to little children by the 20th century. Womanishness nowadays is a derogatory of a man having the trait of behaving in ways considered typical for women. Beget, produce, give rise to. Clue, get. Visualize, the mystery of cloak was solved. It was found that someone felt it was a brilliant idea to get instant fame. An inspiration can beget a brilliant idea. If we analyze the word beget, We get the prefix be, which tends to intensify the meaning of the following verb, and get, which means to cause something to enter one's possession. The word is usually used to refer to having children, although it can be used to refer to anything that generates something else. For example, inspiration can beget a brilliant idea. Begrudge, resent, give, or expand with reluctance. Be envious of. Clue, hold a grudge. Visualize. Though the case now solved, a grudge against a colleague as the motive could not be ruled out. Try not to begrudge his getting the promotion over you. He's been at the company longer. To begrudge someone for something is to wish them ill for it or to envy them. An easy way to remember the meaning of this verb is to note the noun grudge lurking inside it. A grudge is ill will that you hold towards someone. To begrudge is to hold that grudge. An understudy might begrudge the lead her role and even go so far as to put glass in her shoes so she can't perform. If you begrudge your friend his happiness because he got the nicer car, your friendship will suffer. So let's summarize using this short story. Someone with influence sneaked inside the secret facility of invisibility study at Shield Island National University and ate all the food. University professors have hinted towards an inside job, and the person could have a sinus condition. The research facility was far away from the peninsula, on an island. It was presumed the intruder was a man dressed as feminine and had crossed the sea. The mystery of the cloak was solved, and it was found that someone felt it was a brilliant idea to get instant fame. Although the case was now solved, a grudge against a colleague as the motive couldn't be ruled out. Time for a quiz. Do you remember the word which means resent, give or expend with reluctance? Be envious of? Do you remember the word as well as the meaning associated with this word? Do you remember the word as well as the meaning associated with this mnemonic? We hope you got all three of them right. In case you haven't, please feel free to watch the video again. Let us know about your experience here till we meet next with the next set of GRE words. Thank you.